Hi, this is Walt Fowler with the Pepsi Long Island 1 High School Football Scoreboard. Among the key matchups in Week 4, in Nassau, a pair of undefeateds, Elmont and Herricks, went head-to-head. In Suffolk, Patchogue Medford 3-0 took the field against once-beaten Lindenhurst. The Pepsi Long Island 1 High School Football Scoreboard is sponsored by Pepsi. Made on Long Island by Long Islanders.
To discover the real difference between the world's two leading soft drinks, we're implementing an anthropological study. Chimp A will be allowed nothing but Coke. Chimp B, nothing but Pepsi. The results are astounding. The chimp that drank Coke showed improvement in motor skills. The chimp that drank Pepsi, however, disappeared.
Hello? It's him.
We've selected a family I've never seen before for an absolutely unbiased scientific taste test on which is the ultimate beverage, Pepsi or Coke. Let's see what they chose. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We chose Pepsi. 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 Great-looking family.
Pepsi, made on Long Island by Long Islanders. Attention high school football fans. Now you can get scores from around the island every Saturday evening on the Pepsi Long Island 1 High School Football Scoreboard. Tune in to Long Island 1's photo bulletin board Saturdays between 6 and 8 p.m. to find out what happened throughout your division and your conference. Results will be made available as they're reported to us. The Pepsi Long Island 1 High School Football Scoreboard is sponsored by Pepsi, made on Long Island by Long Islanders. Another week, another slate of key matchups. On tap for Week 5 in Nassau, Farmingdale goes up against Freeport, and Plainedge takes on Floral Park. In Suffolk, East Islip battles longtime rival West Islip, and William Floyd hosts Connecticut. So tune in to the Long Island 1 Photo Bulletin Board next Saturday at 6 for the Pepsi Long Island 1 High School Football Scoreboard.
Most things in this world aren't big enough to handle 7 feet 2 inches, 310 pounds.
And I ordered the big breakfast.
How did that feel?
Oh, watch your head, Mr. O'Neill.
There is one notable exception. The Big Slam from Pepsi. One ice-cold liter of Pepsi big enough to handle the biggest thirst.
Ain't life grand?
We're implementing an anthropological study. Chimp A will be allowed nothing but Coke. Chimp B, nothing but Pepsi. The chimp that drank Coke showed improvement in motor skills. The chimp that drank Pepsi, however, disappeared.
Hello? It's him.
Pepsi, made on Long Island by Long Islanders. The word winner is synonymous with Comzewog football. 7 of the last 10 years, Comzewog either grabbed a league championship or appeared in the division finals. The Warriors' crowning year, though, 1990, when Tommy Cassis's squad won the small school championship and took the Rutgers Trophy as the best team in Suffolk. Comzewog is competing in Division III this season. The Warriors' main rival, Sayville. Among Comzewog's key players on the 94 squad, two-way tackle Mark Velez, quarterback and safety Todd Cassis, and guard and defensive tackle Derek Jones. Located in Fort Jefferson Station, Comzewog High School was founded in 1971. Tommy Cassis is in his 22nd year of coaching the Warriors. Cassis should know a little about football. Before his coaching days, Cassis played in the NFL for the Denver Broncos. Coming up, Division III and Division IV scores.
That's nothing. Ain't no doubt about the power of two. Check this out. Get vertical, vertical with the power of two. Get vertical. With the power of two.
Well, there ain't no doubt about the power of two. For the airborne thrust of rocket two.
Mountain Dew, made on Long Island by Long Islanders. Trailing 22-15 in the third quarter, Comstock stormed from behind to down East Hampton Saturday in a Conference 3 matchup. Matt Del Rosso's 9-yard TD run put the Warriors ahead for good. Del Rosso scored 3 times on the afternoon, including a 44-yard fumble return for a score. Comstock is now 4-0. Next week, the Warriors head to Deer Park. Founded in 1925, Valley Stream Central High School currently has 14 varsity athletic teams. The Nassau County School began its football program in 1926. Since that time, Valley Stream Central has had its share of Thorpe Award winners, presented each year to the football player voted the best in Nassau. Valley Stream Central grad in 1970 Thorpe Award winner Phil Laporta went on to play in the NFL for the New Orleans Saints. 1989 Thorpe Award winner Stephen Boyd is a star linebacker now for Boston College. Boyd led the Big East in tackles last season and was a major factor in Boston College's back-to-back wins over Notre Dame. Dan Tronalone is in his 13th year as head coach at Valley Stream Central. He guided the Eagles to the 1989 Conference 2 crown. Coming up, Conference 1 and Conference 2 scores.
To discover the real difference between the world's two leading soft drinks, we're implementing an anthropological study. Chimp A will be allowed nothing but Coke. Chimp B, nothing but Pepsi. The results are astounding. The chimp that drank Coke showed improvement in motor skills. The chimp that drank Pepsi, however, disappeared.
Hello? It's him.
Most things aren't big enough to handle 7 feet 2 inches.
And I ordered the big breakfast.
How does that feel?
Oh, watch your head, Mr. O'Neill.
There is one notable exception. The Big Slam from Pepsi. A bigger Pepsi for bigger thirsts.
Ain't life grand?
Pepsi, made on Long Island by Long Islanders. A battle of undefeateds turned out to be no contest Saturday. Herricks opened up a 27-0 halftime lead. The Highlanders cruised to a 34-20 win over Elmont in a Conference 2 matchup. Herricks quarterback Rich Vedder rifled 3 touchdown passes, including a pair to Matt Bresso. Running back Rich Rennie paved the way on the ground, rumbling for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. Next week, Herricks takes on undefeated Mepham. Utilizing 3 different means to the end zone, Island Tree's two-way starter Joe Kaiser is the latest Pepsi Player of the Week. The senior quarterback and safety led the charge with a 3-touchdown performance in the Bulldogs' Conference 4 34-6 win over Friends Academy last week. In the first quarter, Kaiser connected with teammate Russ Katz for a 15-yard touchdown pass. Kaiser lit up the board twice in the third quarter, first on a 55-yard interception return for a TD. Later in the third, he raced for a 79-yard score on the option. Kaiser's success as a senior comes as little surprise to Island Trees fans. As a sophomore, Kaiser came off the bench late in the fourth quarter to provide all the scoring in the Bulldogs' thrilling 8-0 overtime win versus Mount Sinai in the 1992 Long Island Championship. Utilizing 3 different means to the end zone, Island Tree's two-way starter Joe Kaiser is the latest Pepsi Player of the Week. The senior quarterback and safety led the charge with a 3-touchdown performance in the Bulldogs' Conference 4 34-6 win over Friends Academy last week. In the first quarter, Kaiser connected with teammate Russ Katz for a 15-yard touchdown pass. Kaiser lit up the board twice in the third quarter, first on a 55-yard interception return for a TD. Later in the third, he raced for a 79-yard score on the option. Kaiser's success as a senior comes as little surprise to Island Trees fans. As a sophomore, Kaiser came off the bench late in the fourth quarter to provide all the scoring in the Bulldogs' thrilling 8-0 overtime win versus Mount Sinai in the 1992 Long Island Championship game at Hofstra. Joe Kaiser of Island Trees, the Pepsi Player of the Week. It was a quick start for the Malvern Mules in Week 4 versus Carl Place. Malvern put 16 points on the board in the first quarter. The Mules went on to blank the Frogs 34-zip. Junior running back Richard Brown scored 4 times and totaled 153 yards. Teammate Gerard Clemens raced 64 yards on an interception return for the Mules' other score. Malvern ups its record to 3-0-1. Next week, the Mules host Locust Valley. Another week, another slate of key matchups. On tap for Week 5 in Nassau, Farmingdale goes up against Freeport, and Plain Edge takes on Floral Park. In Suffolk, East Islip battles longtime rival West Islip, and William Floyd hosts Connecticut. The Pepsi Long Island 1 High School Football Scoreboard is sponsored by Pepsi, made on Long Island by Long Islanders.
Now I'd like to announce the Herricks Highlanders. We have Dean Kumo, Sam Peruchapur, Doug Ma, Jason Tomitz, Matt Bresso, Rich Vetter, Dave Zulo, Donnie Mathai, Scott Dunn, Jim Vapocella, Mike Bucella, Chris Spina, Gabriel Hahn, Mike DeMeo, Rich Rennie, Chang Chow, Anthony DiDoranto, John Siokas, Larry Tang. In fact, I'm very happy that Larry is assisting me up here in the booth. Edson Beck, Damian Peters, Don Criscione, Andy Campelli, Albert Barabarian, Alan Masters, Amir Audrey, Danny Bachauer, Dan Hafez, Brian Pierce, Mike Talkman, Matt Watts, Leo Cow, Fernando Duarte, Carlos Cortez. And they are coached by Rick Cromwell, Rich Donovan, Mark Fazio, and Alan Turkel. Let's give both teams a big hand. At this point, the band will lead us in the Star Spangled Banner. Everyone please rise.
Good to see you. Hey, Rick. Philly, man. How you doing, buddy? What are you doing here? Well, we sorted the band. The Herricks and Vertical State. Called up after he's working. Oh, that's He wanted to come. Gee, you mean when I left in the morning, you said, no, I don't know. Well, put this underneath, and that's what just happened. Good. Yeah, I think that comes down to, you know, first I can't believe this. Okay? All right, you got it. Auburn was on 10-7. It was 21 yards. Everybody hop on. Everybody hop on. Last night? I missed that. Florida.
At this point, Herricks is getting ready for the kickoff. Elmont will be receiving. This should be quite a competition. We have the second-rated offense versus the third-rated defense, and the second-rated defense against the third-rated offense. Moline and Suarez from Elmont to receive. Moline with the yardage. Moline to the 21.
They played up in West Coast, we just got back to Mayfield. Okay, that guy.
Rich ready with the tackle. And run by Kevin Trapani. Looks like... Pitch out to Trapani.
Fumble, fumble! Yeah! Yeah!
And the fumble is recovered by Herricks.
All right, way to go, guys!
Herricks to go for the extra point.
Now, let's go, guys.
Extra points is
Handing out 20 for players. I was sitting up there. All right.
to about the 33-yard line. Stan Carbucci. DeMeo with the tackle. Elmont punts. It is down at about the 21-yard line. Handoff to Rennie for a gain of 7. Incomplete pass. Rennie with a 3-yard gain for a first down for Herricks. Thomas is brought down by number 55 from Elmont.